Anyway, Nehemiah recognizes what he's up against, so he goes in secret to examine the condition of things. You got to know the condition of things. This kind of positive talk, let's just be positive. Guys, I'm positive that we are on negative ground. I'm saying this. I am positive that we're not in the place that the Lord wants us to be. I'm positive that the church, generally speaking, has missed the fact that we're meant to be an expression of Him in testimony as He indwells us, Christ in you, the hope of glory, and lives His own life through us. And there's the testimony of Christ in the church. That the church is not built around much activity and the doing of things. It is built around being a testimony of Jesus. The doing must follow that, or we are out of order. If Christ does not initiate it, He does not appreciate it. It's a fact. So the Lord knows that there's a work to do, and Nehemiah, He lets Nehemiah in on that fact, and Nehemiah goes and inspects the condition of the wall, right, and sees what's there. He takes a few men, trusted men, that he knows that can, set this way, that can keep quiet about what they're doing. He takes them with him. So they're riding around at night, so no one will see them. I don't know what they're riding. Probably a donkey. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe a camel. I don't know. Maybe a horse. Who knows? Maybe a donkey. But they're riding around looking at the condition of things. We've got to know the condition. We have to understand what God wants versus where we are. Or we will be of no use to Him. A positive confession in a negative scenario is no use to God. God's a realist. He's not an optimist. What I mean by that, He knows His plan, and He knows when I'm not in it. His plan is always positive, but I can be in a very negative relationship with Him. I can be living unto myself. I can be Babylonian, can I? I can be pastoring a church as a Babylonian agent. I don't care if you call that a pastor or not. It doesn't matter. Elder, whatever. If it's about making a name for myself, if it's a stepping stone to larger things, everybody's called to the nations. It used to be, when you got into prophetic meetings, if you threw a rock into the congregation, you hit a prophet. If you missed, you hit an apostle. And everyone's called to the nations. How about loving your husband or wife? How about loving your family? How about loving God first and then your husband or wife and your family? And a house in order there means that you're fit, if God so desires to call you to that, to be a leader in His house and family. That family begets family, and dysfunction begets dysfunction. And, everything reproduces according to its kind is a principle of God that cannot be bypassed. Dysfunction will beget dysfunction if divine order is not brought by the Spirit of God inside of us and among us. True? Lord, help me. So, Nehemiah goes out here in verse 12, and he sees the condition of things. So he goes out and it describes going forward then, going to the valley gate and the different places that he goes. But my point in this really is to bring out this, what God was putting into his mind to do, and the divine order of that. Right?